Hey everybody, welcome back. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. It's about 8 o'clock on a Saturday. Today's video is a homemade 5-gallon Kratky bucket. Something you could do at home with your kids, or if you just want a little project. I'm doing this video specifically for my little sister. She wants to grow strawberries in hers, and today I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So here we go. I'll show you what you need. Some of the pieces and how to get started. So without further ado, here we go. Alright, so the first thing you need is a 5-gallon bucket. I got one here already, and I have some water in it. And you're going to need a lid. I've already drilled a hole in this, but I'll show you what I used. I used this 2 3/4 hole saw to cut the hole for the net cup. I'm using a 3-inch net cup, and that fits in there just like that. And then also you're going to need a container to rinse your roots off. So I'm using this little drink container, and then I have a jar here so that I can mix the nutrients up, and they'll dissolve really good in that. So we'll start with getting the strawberry plant. I have some over here in my aquaponics. They're not doing so hot, so I'm going to transplant them, or one of them anyways. So we got one right here. Just dig underneath it and pull them out. See all the roots in there? We'll just take him carefully. And we're going to carefully rinse off the roots. They're very fragile. So I just use a little container here with some water in it. Dunk them in there. In my case, I'm using hydroton in my grow beds, so the roots have little pebbles in them. Hopefully you can see that. Just try to get all those out. Now if you're getting these from the store, of course they're going to be you know, in little plastic containers that they come in with potting soil. You'll do the same thing, just rinse these off. Try not to break the roots. And we're going to go ahead and pull off some of this dead stuff. It's down at the bottom here. And if there's any fruit, I'm going to go ahead and pull that off too. Because when we put this in here, it's going to be under shock for a little while, so these fruit won't grow anyways. So we'll pull off all the strawberries. Alright, so it looks like we got the fruit off all the strawberries, and we'll pull this one big dead and dying leaf off here, this one too. So we have nothing but green leaves in there. I guess we'll go with that. It looks like there's 2 plants here. I'm not going to try to separate it because it'll probably break and damage it. And then next you're going to want your 3-inch net cup. Now I cut a hole in the bottom of it so that the roots can go through that hole. So we'll just kind of twist them up here a little bit gently, and then we'll feed it down through that hole. Just try to be careful. And then you're going to want to put some stones around it to support the plant. So what I have already, I just happen to have a couple extra over here. Pardon me. And sorry if my voice sounds funny today. I had oral surgery yesterday and my mouth's still swollen. But that's not going to keep me away from making a video. We can still communicate. Alright, now we got some stones in there to support the strawberry. We're going to leave that over here for now. And we're going to start with the nutrients. Alright, so I have a little mason jar here. You can use whatever you want to mix it up. This just helps dissolve all the nutrients. Preferably warm water will do. Just shake that up nice and good. I'm using a Master Blend 41838, and then I added calcium and magnesium. So it's 10 grams of calcium, 10 grams magnesium, and 5 grams of the Master Blend formula 41838. Same formula I use on tomatoes and peppers. Alright, now before we put the nutrients in, we're going to check the water level on the roots, because we don't want the roots totally submerged in water. It will drown the plant. So we'll do a test fit, put the lid on. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. It's still not that bright out yet. We'll pop this off. We just want the roots just to touch the water. We don't want them totally submerged, because the top half of the roots need to be oxygen absorbing. So it looks like the water goes up to about here, so we'll get rid of some of the water. Alright, and there we go. So the roots are just barely touching the water now. So we'll pop that off and we'll dump in the nutrients. Give it another shake. If you have access to filtered water, it's better to use that than tap water, because municipal water often has chlorine and other things added to it. Alright, here we go. Got our newts in there. Mix that up nice and good. You can just use your hand if you want to. It won't hurt anything. Okay, now next we just put our lid on. Snap it in tight. Find a sunny spot in the yard. And there you go. That's it. 5-gallon Kratky. And then the way this is designed is it doesn't use any pumps or electricity. The water level touches the roots absorb the nutrient and water, and the roots that are above the water, they change into oxygen absorbing roots. Now this was developed and designed by Professor B.A. Kratky at the University of Hawaii. He's got a really cool channel called Decina Approaches, and that's where I learned this from. So oh, something else, if you live somewhere hot and you're having trouble with the water temperature, you can pop one of these guys on. This is just some reflective insulation that I cut to fit. I'm not going to use it because it's actually pretty cold right now, so we're going to leave it uncovered. I know, I live in Arizona, I'm saying it's cold. We got like another, like a secondary winter. So it's been down in the 30s at night, believe it or not. It's very strange. Yeah, but you know, we'll do what we can. Deal with it and move on. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any comments or questions, post those down at the bottom. Hit that like button, subscribe, click the bell button next to subscribe if you want to keep up with some of my projects. And as always, keep building.